Hello, and welcome to the Nerds In YouTube channel. I will be your host for this afternoon, Will from the Nerds In. Today, we're going to be playing OpenTTD. It's a little bit of an older game, but I hope you guys will still enjoy it. OpenTTD is one of the original Transport Tycoon games in open source, and it is quite a lot of fun, if a little more niche. So I already have a world spawned up right here. So, what I like to do to begin with, normally, is I need to find some towns, some of the smaller towns. I think this section right here probably will work fairly well. Or not. Let's keep looking. What we need is several mid-sized towns that are near industry. Industries being buildings like this. Because our goal will be to supply those towns with the resources from those industries. And the better you can do that, the faster these towns grow, and the more money you can possibly make off of them. Let's see, okay, that's a power plant. This one is looking to be a little more difficult than I would have liked. Everything is a bit more spread out than I'm used to. But oh well, we will work with it. Okay, I think we might actually have something here. Okay, so these two towns, Arlach and Nons, are fairly nearby several major industries, so that once we get started we can fairly easily get them all that they need. So to start off with, I'm probably going to set up a fairly simple route between these two. So, to set up a route in this game that's kind of in the middle of nowhere right now, you need, to begin with, you typically start with trucks. They're just the cheaper alternative at this time, and so it's just more simply done. Get a couple of terminals there. Build a road in front of them. My bad. Take the road, build the road. We continue building the road. Out and around. And done. Okay. So now, each of these locations should be connected between the two of them. So we're going to be taking iron ore from this mine here and dropping it off at this iron ore foundry, this steel mill here. But to do that first, we need trucks. Always need more trucks. My apologies. It's been a little bit since I've used this UI, since I've opened this game up, so if I am doing anything wrong, just bear with me, please. So, to start off with, we need an iron ore truck. So we'll buy one of those. We'll have it go to here, and go to here. Also go back to the depot to maintain if needed. And now we will send it on its way, but not before making a few copies of it, because we have a need for money. So we will send these trucks out. We will hopefully gather up some iron ore here. Let's see. Let's see, is it actually going to supply? Aha, there we go. So the first of our trucks is now loading up a little bit. And it will come over here and drop off at the foundry. But in the meantime, the mine is slowly filling up with iron ore. Okay. Next, let's see what we can do elsewhere. Okay. So we have another option over here. So we have a goods factory here next to a farm. So these goods factories take lots of things. So eventually we'll probably also be sending steel over there as well. And then farm goods from down south. Or from north. Pardon me. Directionally challenged as ever. So to do that, just to get some extra money going, I may actually get that started up. Build a little road between the two. Unfortunately, I see that we have accidentally created a little bit of an issue. There we go. Just a little bit of terraforming. So the road's a little longer than I had wanted initially, but such is life. So to there, and then we'll create another stop right there. And this blue box around it is the area from which it can collect. Okay. So we have that now set up. And we will put a quick depot there. Kind of repeat the process that we had earlier. Just this time we will need grain and also livestock. Which one does it produce more of? So it produces more livestock, so let's actually start with the grain. So we will set an order to go pick up grain. Vehicle cannot go to this station. I believe I have messed up. Oh yes, okay. So what I did here was I accidentally put a passenger station where I needed a truck station. So that's my bad. Just a little bit of a goof, but easily enough fixed. So now, this truck here should simply go from there to there. And also remember to put it there, just for a little bit of maintenance if needed. And we can send it on its way. So this truck will begin taking grain over to the goods factory and begin that. So let's see how these trucks are doing. We'll actually pull up the finances over here and see how everything is going with that. Okay. So for the most part, our trucks are making money. Which is always the preferred outcome. So with those trucks loading up there, this one over here. Let's see how much this one is currently empty. Unfortunate. So it'll be another round before we get to see what kind of money we make from there. Actually, just out of knowing how much we're probably going to need, I will start another 2 of those, just to kind of get them all moving. This game is a little slower. It is a much slower paced game. But it's still enjoyable. It's satisfying, because you get to see the numbers go up, and that's one of my personal favorite things about it. Check back on our iron ore trucks over here. Let's see. It looks like we may not have enough supply for all of these trucks. Yes, each one has more capacity than I had figured. I'm not used to running iron ore. So we'll actually probably delete 2 of these vehicles. So we'll just send them back to depot and then we'll be selling them from there. Okay, and it looks like our grain trucks are making some fairly good money right now. So we'll watch this just for a little bit, just numbers going up, always good. And with that, I think I will also So the next step from this factory will be once we get the steel mill up there as well to get a good supply. We will probably need our first train. I'm not sure which side we're going to put the train. I think we'll probably put the train over here. So we'll run a line from this factory down to here, and then probably also continue it up this way, just to make sure we get maximum coverage. So, personally I have a bit of a difficult time for trains, so we will have to see how that goes. Let me get the livestock running for this. Oop. I see, unfortunately, one of our trucks has decided to break down, so it will be stalled there for a little bit. But where was I? Oh yes. Go to there, and then go to there. And then remember to return to the depot for maintenance. Go forth. Do the work. Excellent, thank you. So yes, this is an older game. It's definitely not got the advanced UI or some of the fancy features that some of the newer games have. But it's still a nice game to play. So thank you for bearing with me as I proceed to be a nerd for a little bit. Although, it wouldn't be the Nerds In without a little bit of nerding. So our current issue right now is that we have a fair amount of loan, and the loans are very much riding down on us. So even though it slows down the game a little bit, you normally want to try and get your loans down as low as possible, real quick. Though it does limit your ability to train and such things as that. So now we just kind of settle in. We settle in and we watch our trucks do their things for the moment. Each one filling up. And much? Yes, we have a lot of grain loading up right now. So we could probably afford... Looks like we can afford one more grain vehicle. Ah, but we do not have the money currently. So it will be just a moment. And I'll actually speed up the time a little bit just to make it go that much faster. Oh yes, a little bit of a boring stretch this beginning bit, always is. Just try to get everything set up, make sure all the stations and everything are running in the correct direction. Typically, I actually prefer to start with running personnel transport, so like running bus routes between two towns. But the problem is, in this map, there just weren't very many villages that I saw that were, well, really good for that, and good for future expansion as well. So we will have to make do with what we have currently. And currently, what we have is grain trucks. A little bit of an autosave there, slowed down. Oh no! How could he? He has fallen with all of the livestock in his vehicle. But yes, this factory will be very profitable once we have it fully up and running. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how profitable this mine is going to be. But hopefully it will help boost the factory just enough by adding steel as well into the materials that the factory can use, that it will be worth it in the long run. It does appear that I have enough to buy another. Oof, just short. 8,700, and now we're almost there. This is a peaceful game, you know. It's just, come on, let me click you. There we go. Excellent. And so now we've added another grain vehicle. Should just more efficiently transport all of the materials that the farm produces and gets it over to that good factory. Let's actually take a look and see. Oh yes, each of our vehicles currently running a profit. All of them running a fairly good profit for buses. Unfortunately, buses are not the biggest money earner, but they're what you start with, more or less. They are how you have to deal for a while. There we go. 22,000 in vehicle income. So without spending very much, we should fairly quickly be building a little bit of a nest egg. But we'll be putting it back into trucks again. So just to increase the earnings that we get from that. Because we want to maximize how much we can get just off of this, so that we reach a sustainable point, because unfortunately trains are very expensive. Very efficient, and they move things long distance very quickly, but they cost a fair amount to manage, and unfortunately they will likely break the bank for a smaller company as this early in the game. It's always funny seeing the after the autosave ends, everything jumping back up to fast forward speed. So, our operating profits are doing alright. It's a little on the low end right now. But most of that is just because of the loan that we have. So, a little bit of a floating weight. And I think it is time to buy another livestock vehicle, because that will be the next set of things that we will hopefully be able to transport more efficiently. I want to keep a fairly good stock of the grain in there just in case the farm starts slowing down, so that then the trucks that we have running on it won't be having to deal with going upside down for any period of time. Because that is ever unfortunate. However, we don't need that much livestock, so we'll probably get another truck for the livestock here soon. But at this time we get to see one of my most favorite parts, and it's just the ants that are your vehicles running back and forth. Once your establishment gets big enough and it covers a wide area, it is very satisfying to watch, to just sit back and see everything scurrying everywhere. All of the fun stuff that ensues from there. So what does everyone think so far? I hope you guys are enjoying this. I enjoy it personally. It is just a satisfying, calm game after a longer day. So it is. This is my peacefulness. Some may call it boring. And I would say those people are probably right. However, I am a boring human being. And our profits are increasing. So my goal with this next chunk of change is to repay another 10,000 of our loan. And once we have done that, once I get below 2,000 in loan interest, that's when I'll start considering saving up money to get a train in place. How's our steel mill coming along? Interestingly enough, you know, I'm not a smart person. I really wish I had paid attention to this earlier, because we could already be supplying the town with goods right here. So that is definitely a mistake on my part. Yeah. I should have handled that better. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a little while. So I'm a little, not as good at it. But, hopefully I hope you guys enjoyed either way. And I hope that if this is something you're interested in seeing more of, seeing me get better at again, I would love to record more. But if you did enjoy, like and subscribes always help. If you didn't enjoy this, feel free to downvote it, but also remember there will be other content coming out on this channel, as you may have noticed. There's always something new going on in the inn. So with that, I will bid you all adieu.